Life,
Hmm.
life built on a firm foundation will not fall.
We're on. We're on.
Hi there, everybody. This is Elisha Keating from wisdomseekers.net.
Um,
This is Maddie with Maddie's Mindful Meditation or Mystic Moon Mama. And we're here for a meditation today.
we
So,
are.
yeah.
In military time, it's 1717.
Oh, really? I like 17. 8, which is
Ah, it is
19,
too.
which is 1.
We had a little bit of tech problems getting on.
Yeah, they wouldn't let us.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, they do that occasionally. They're pretty, they told me I had no permission. And I'm thinking, yeah, I think I do. So we did.
Ta-da.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about life today, Maddie. You look happy.
Life today. Life today, I do not like the rain when it pours like it's monsoon season.
Wow, that
I
was
was
intense.
I
And it
was
was
it
snowy.
just it unsettles me.
Mm. And then they were big, well, it was hail.
It rained so hard that the highway was like I was hydroplaning. I had to slow right down to not go all over the highway, and then turning into Canoe, I have to stop, and my car has a little sensor in it where my windshield wipers won't go if I'm stopped.
Oh,
And it was raining so hard I couldn't see if there was cars coming towards us or not.
no kidding.
So my granddaughter had to hang her head out the window. Okay, go, Grandma, go! And
When
she
we,
was just soaked, and she's like, I was going to go outside, Grandma. She goes, but I am not.
no, but there was,
Yeah.
there was hail too, right?
I didn't see any hail, but it was mighty big raindrops.
There was hail. And by the time it landed on our windshield, it splattered
Oh,
the big sides like that. It
so
looked,
you just got that in Salmon Arm then, because we didn't have hail here.
yeah. And I walked out from the grocery store to our car. Elle looks at me and says, Mom, why now? Because it was pouring rain.
I know it was just my granddaughter and I were in town, and I seen it starting to hit that end of town, and I'm like, we got to get going, sweetie. I said, because I don't want to drive in that, to be honest with you.
It was
And
pretty
she was like,
intense.
okay. So we finished up real quick, and I thought that we were going to beat it, but it came from both directions, I think. And
Well, yeah, well, we're in the mountains, right? Usually from the summertime, it usually comes from the south, right? But sometimes it comes from the north too in the summertime.
mhm.
Not often, but sometimes.
Well, I don't know if it was coming from the north, maybe from the west, because I do get a lot. We get a lot of our weathers. I watch
Yeah,
it
but
come in
you
from the west.
area from me too. So you have the lake that goes around.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you get a lot more weather than we do.
Mm-hmm.
And we're it's really funny where we live. We live here half a block away from the snow line. And it's almost, you could take a ruler and put it along there. They have about twice as much snow as we have. And
Oh yeah, I know. I used to live in the snow belt before we moved here.
yeah, it's literally across the street, and us. And they have so much more snow.
Oh, I know. It's crazy. Like even like we hardly get any snow here compared to what we get where we used to live.
Yeah.
And it's like maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes tops to get there.
It's a little bit bizarre.
Mm-hmm.
On uh on this side of the valley, we get half the amount of rain that they have on the other side of the valley on Knot Hill.
Mm-hmm.
Or I think it's actually not called Knot Hill, it's called Croat Hill or something, but Croat, Krouse.
Huh.
I don't know. I know people don't like the name of it because it sounds racist, but it's actually named after somebody.
Oh, as in Kraut. I see.
Yeah. And so it was named after somebody who, who settled that area.
Hmm.
I haven't been up there for years, not since I taught my daughter how to drive. 10 years, and I'm not going back there. Well,
Yeah,
she's
that's
pretty good well now, so I don't have to worry.
that's Ava. She's like, I'm going to be able to drive pretty soon, you know, Grandma.
You tell her, you want to drive, you've got to go to school.
Oh, well, she's still got a good 4 years before she can. She said 4, maybe 5 years, she goes, before I can actually have people in the car with me,
Is that, have they changed the rules again?
I think.
No, okay.
Well, I
Because
think with all the kids that were getting into accidents or something a while back, I think that's when they changed the rule to you cannot have anybody in the car with you for the first year that you drive or something, other than maybe your parents.
family, I thought it was family.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Elle has still got her N. She's had it for 10 years. In
Mm.
Alberta, if you have your N for 10 years, they automatically give you upgrade you.
Yeah,
Not here, they still looking after that.
that's crazy.
Yeah, it is really. I mean, she hasn't had an accident in 10 years and she's a pretty darn good driver and
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can attest to that.
yeah.
Oh, and I think the allergies are kicking in. My eyes are just brutally watering all the time now.
Yeah, I know I'm having a heck of a lot of problem. I had my asthma kicked in really bad.
Mm.
I noticed that it gets worse when when they say the pollen is hard, heavy. So
Yeah, and I'm just noticing now the poplar trees are starting to lose their fluff.
what
Normally it's done by now, or at least we've had a good portion of it by now.
yeah, I know Jen in Edmonton said that their pollen was really bad, the cottonwood pollen.
Mm-hmm.
She says it's really pretty, but you can't see the ground.
Yeah.
But even her dog is having troubles.
So we're another weird year.
Yeah, but as much as people don't like to admit it, if you go through the earth crusts and the ice crusts, we have been going through cycles like this for centuries and
Oh,
centuries.
I'm sure.
Yeah. And always in the past, my daughters told me this 15, 20 years ago because their teacher told them it always gets warmer before we have an ice age. And a few of the psychics, the channels, have said we're going into a mini ice age.
Cryon.
Yeah, Brian.
Cryon has said this.
Yeah, he said that for years. But the thing is, it's livable to go through the mini ice age.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't want to.
No, I don't like cold weather.
Me neither. I mean, if I could wear what did they call them? PA tuxedos with around the round the round and down to my knees, and yeah, I'm okay with that. But all this synthetic stuff is not going to keep you warm, you know.
Well, I'm just going to have to turn into a hermit, find things to do in my home.
It shouldn't take that long. Huh. Stream for watching. And I cannot, there it is. You can ask questions along the lines of what we're talking about. And since we're talking
And for
about for, en
energies and
yeah, for energies, but not for weather change and stuff like that, because that will get us kicked off the air.
no questions for Elijah today, because that's not what this is.
No, this is Maddie's day, but we will be back on Sunday unless something drastic happens. What Sunday? Anytime after the first, I expect to be a grandmother again.
Great.
So that would be the only thing I can think of that would stop us from so next Sunday is
Morning.
Two-
Otherwise, I'm working and it
It's
still
two-
has to wait until I'm off work.
yeah, yeah, so it's The second, I think any time from the 2nd to the 5th, I think she's going to give birth. But she will be a mom by the 10th, on the 10th for sure.
Again.
What do you think? What's your date
What's my date?
for my daughter to give birth? Know that she's been having Braxton Hicks for at least 2 weeks.
I'm thinking, well, today's the 29th,
Yeah.
30th, 31st. She might have it on Sunday.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Somebody else said she chose the 2nd. My intuitive friends. I'm asking my intuitive friends.
And
I
you're
have-
gonna have a little Gemini.
Oh, definitely a Gemini.
Better than a Leo.
Well, we always
my Livy's a Leo, and she's an awesome young lady.
Sister and my niece is a Leo. They are both psycho.
no, they're very intense people. Gotta say I love them, but they're very intense people. They're
Livy's not too bad. I mean, she used to be. It's a good thing that Destiny was around while she was going through her. She did not have an easy time being around people, like even going to school and stuff. Destiny would have to go to school quite often and sit with her and talk her through it and calm her down. And
yeah, that sounds like my little granddaughter.
so, but now she's great. She helps other people and
She got her feet under her, eh?
mm-hmm.
That's cool. Oh no.
Yeah, even going for counseling and stuff. Like I asked her how it was going, and she gave me a thumbs up, and I said, "That's good." And I said, well, I can't remember what I said to her, but she looked at me and she goes, "I like going to counseling, Grandma." She goes, I like to talk to people about what's going on that I can't talk to other people about." And
Yeah.
so that was good to know that she's going to continue going through her counseling.
Yeah, it takes years. Yeah, I remember when I lost my horse down in Mexico, I grieved for a year. And it was a horse. So you're somebody that's
Yeah, but still, it doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter what it is. You grieve them, and
but
they're part of you, no matter what it is. If it's your,
and that's true, but he was also a dream for a future. But in no way, shape, or form is a horse as important as a mother.
mm-hmm.
So if I grieve,
Yeah, that is true.
yeah, she has the right for much more time to grieve.
Mm-hmm.
So it all works out in the end.
Yep. So the what I have for today, energies. It says we only have a few hours this morning, which obviously we passed that. To get things done before the moon in Aquarius enters its void cycle until later this evening.
I like
So
voice.
make the most of the early morning and use your time wisely, as the energies may not be very motivating or comfortable as the day goes on. Isn't that the truth? I've had no energy this afternoon to do anything again.
All I had to do was do the dishes, and it took me an hour.
It says it's easy to tell when the moon is void because you'll feel detached or lifeless for no reason. That does make a lot of sense for me. I always wondered what the void moon meant, and now I know.
Void is a good place, actually. I think the void is a good place because
Well, it obviously is a time for you to,
ideas come from.
it gives you time to go into yourself and to be quiet. And
The Celtics call it the cauldron. Cauldron of creation, I think is what they call it. At least
so we have
books I read, they called it that.
the cauldron
Of creation. I like void states because You're not pressured to think or feel or do, so things come to you.
Hmm.
So it's like a fish, right? Swimming to you, and you choose the one that looks prettiest.
And the biggest, fattest one. The slowest one.
Funny, I just
Uh,
read a book. I'm just reading a book, and this dragon, a mini dragon, just ate a silver fish, shiniest one there.
So it says Mars, the planet of action and aggression, aligns with Chiron, the wounded healer. This alignment offers hope and a surge of motivation. It can give us a sense of purpose and drive, presenting a profound opportunity for personal growth and healing. It's a time to step up and take action in our lives, especially in areas that require healing or cleansing. Embrace this potentially healing energy and take charge if you feel there is a clear path. Over the next few days, we should work on releasing energies that we have been suppressing. With this dynamic influence, we're ready to take on our problems. It's also a time to take the necessary steps to build our self-confidence. Some good things to focus on are body image, love, independence, and relationships. However, our relationships may face some challenges as Venus squares tensely with Mars and Chiron. This alignment can make us touchy and sensitive about how our partners and friends act, especially when we perceive differences in our desires. Instead of getting caught up in arguments about whose way is right, it's important to recognize this influence and response with understanding and empathy. This approach can help us handle potential conflicts with patience and compassion, fostering a more harmonious environment. During this time, it's best to observe situations rather than stir things up as we can provoke anger. So watch out for making impulsive moves as they will probably backfire. Be mindful about what you communicate and how you communicate. Remember to think before you speak. The best way to handle the Mars Chiron alignment is to get creative, work better with others, and put some effort into learning from each other's differences. Later this morning, the moon shifts into a more spiritual and healing Pisces for the next few days. Our dreams come alive and we can feel swept away by our fantasies and visions. While escapism is tempting, it's important to maintain a balance and not drift too far from reality. This is a time for deep self-reflection and mindfulness, grounding us in the present moment and helping us with our spiritual journey with clarity and balance. Stay safe and well.
Sometimes it's okay to poke the bear. Sometimes you want people to react so that they pull that crap out.
Mm.
I did that today, actually. I poked the bear. I did it with intention though. So that because I wanted the energy to crack, so I behaved atypical.
Mm-hmm.
And so sometimes you don't want to poke the bear, but sometimes you do. So Jennifer, hi. We're both doing well, I think. They tried to drown us today. I mean, the heavens tried to drown us.
Yes, the heavens.
You know, at Askew's, they have that runway where the water runs down.
Oh, I bet you it filled that.
It was just feet.
So I bet you they don't even have to worry about putting water in that little pool right there.
Oh no. And there's a little girl there. She was just started to cry. Her mom says, "Don't worry, it's okay."
It was loud, and
It was
like I said, when it rains like that, it unsettles me to no end.
Well, it's because we hardly ever happens here.
Mm.
It's not like we're on the coast or flatlands or something. Because I know when we lived in Monterey, it would rain like that. And Monterey is arid, not semi-arid, it's arid. And their idea of road planning. Can we put cement on it? Let's just put cement on it. And so the road will go down like that, and then there'll be a wall like that, and it's 6 foot deep. So on this side it's fine, but down here it's 6 foot deep of water, and you have to learn how to drive around. It was very entertaining.
No doubt.
And every time they had a lot of because the Gulf is not that far away, and it was flat land all the way through. We would have the edges of the hurricane come through. And every time we'd hear on the radio, 6 people died, 9 people died. And they had this tunnel that went through a mountain, well, hill. And it was loud enough, you could go long enough that you could take a deep breath and start going, whoa, right through to the other side and still have breath. So it was like 400 meters, 500 meters. Every time it rained, somebody would get caught in there. Game over. It was, yeah. When you drive in, I don't know, this is 20, 25 years ago. When you drive, more longer than that, actually. When you drive in Mexico, you have to become fearless or have a 4-wheel drive. Because the roads will go up, down, around like that. It was just highly entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
When I first got there, I was scared to drive. And after a while, I just said, yeah, let's do it.
I thought I heard monsooning come down again, but I'm like, but it's sunny and there's blue sky now.
But in BC, we talked about this last week. One side of the house can be raining, the other side sunny.
Yep.
Or we can have sun and rain at the same time.
Yeah, that's quite common, the sun and the rain.
In Canada, nothing is simple.
No.
So what else we have for today is the Aquarius moon is in tension with Uranus. What to expect? Expect emotional volatility and unexpected disruptions, potentially leading to sudden changes in mood or circumstances.
So basically,
that kind of did happen
yeah.
with all that rain.
Oh yeah, but with your humaning, and you feel like being volatile, just turtle. Just put your head again. Just leave the world alone for a while.
Crawling under your bed, put your covers over your head, go and lock yourself away.
Well, yesterday I accidentally took a muscle relaxant. I didn't intend to take it until I was ready to go to bed. I fell asleep and I didn't wake up till 9 in the morning.
That would be why we didn't talk all night.
I was gone.
Mind you, I didn't get home till about 7:30, and then I had a bath and then I just went to bed. And Charlie was even good all night, let me sleep. And when he did come in and bug me, I just rolled over and was like, go back to bed.
And
did. He'd walk to the end of the bed and he'd lay down and sleep for a little while. I could see him watching me to see when I was waking up. But he left me alone, which is really good because normally he won't. He's ruthless normally and won't stop bugging me until I get up and give him treats or let him out or feed him. Or
maybe he stopped mourning for Bubba.
Well, that could be. Although he's been going to the toy box lately, and he has never ever gone to that toy box. But I think that he's looking for Bubba's hippo.
Oh.
So I pulled it out and I put it on the top, and I'm going to see if he goes for it.
Okay. So Jennifer says we've had storms here this past week. Some states have had tornadoes. Yeah, Texas was really bad yesterday. That caused loss of life and damage. I always wonder what is natural and what is geoengineering of the weather.
I bet you it's all geoengineered. I'm not.
A lot of it is. I'm pretty certain that the fire years we've had have been geoengineered. And 99%
my sister said, oh, somebody we know, somebody as in our fearless leader, is starting fire season early this year.
Yeah, that was exactly what I said. Turns out It was arson.
Mm-hmm.
The majority of fires last year were arson.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Yeah. So this says what you should do for today to manage the energies is ground yourself through calming activities like meditation or spending time in nature, as this transit may provoke restlessness and impulsivity. What not to do: avoid making rash decisions or reacting impulsively to emotional triggers. So
okay.
that's what I have.
That is really good advice. But if you're going to react to emotional triggers, I doubt that unless you've got that, I doubt that's going to help you, because if you react to emotional triggers, you're still triggered, right? But if you don't react to them, then you've already got that under control. So I think turtling is probably the best way to do. Yeah,
Mhm.
California, they're really bad in California, and a lot of the lands in California were bought up afterwards. It's they called it back then agenda, green agenda, but I don't know what they're calling it now, because by 2030 they wanted everything to be done, but they moved it back to 2050. So where they want everybody to live in a small town. So in Florida, Linda was saying there are all these houses being built. They look like small caskets. And and actually that's what they have prophesying that people move into. They call them houses they call the houses casket because they're shaped like a casket, and they're about 450 square feet.
Who the hell can live in 450 square feet?
Well, they not only want to do that, but they want, when you're at work, they want other people to live in that space, you know?
I
Uh,
think not.
well, I think they've got the wrong population. So I'm going interesting, but it was 2020, then 2030, now it's 2050 where all this is supposed to happen. So
Hmm. Oh, good luck with that.
I'm hoping that,
I'm pretty sure that us people are going to start revolting soon enough and
I
take
think
our countries and our world back.
we notice they are actually. There's a
Mhm.
lot of people like Jennifer Swab, for instance, down in the States. She's well aware of what's happening. You and I are aware of what's happening here. More and more people, because they're making such interesting ideologies, are going, what? You've got to be crazy. Because even serfs in the time of the knights errant didn't live in, well, they might have lived in squalor, but not in caskets. They had more freedom than that.
Mhm.
So they want you to have three new pieces of clothing a year, and one of those can be underwear. So once we run around in shapeless,
I guess no big deal if you go commando.
yeah, but everybody will have to wear the same outfit for that to even remotely begin to work. You can't have babies that nest themselves. And so maybe they have to test you.
Same body type as everybody else.
Yeah,
That's
and
never a true thing.
I'll say we'd have to have the same body type. I don't think they care what we look like, as long
Hmm.
as but you can't find this information anymore because it was taken off of the website.
Oh, excuse me.
And
Hmm.
anyhow,
Jennifer says she agrees about the fires in Canada and California.
yeah,
Yeah, well, and it's also, I mean, you see these idiots that smoke and still flicking their cigarette butts out the window or their ashes or whatever, and it's like it costs you $1.50 for an ashtray from the dollar store. Go
Yeah.
get one.
Yeah, or get a tin can and put it in.
Bottle of water, anything.
Yeah.
But I remember last year there was a lady, and it was right in fire season, and it was smoky as hell out, and she was smoking her cigarette and she was flicking everything out the window. And I pulled up beside her or I said something to her, and she followed me into the parking lot at Starbucks, and she started in on me, and of
You were
course,
the wrong person.
I didn't hold back. I didn't hold back. I tied into her, and she was bitching at me and going, Mike, what? And she was swearing like a trooper, right? And I'm like, would you mind watching your language? I said, I have my granddaughters with me. She goes, you have your granddaughters with you and you're acting like this? She goes, what kind of a role model are you? I said, I'm an excellent role model. I said, I'm showing my granddaughters how to stand up for nature and our earth and everything because of people like you.
Yeah. Well, when in doubt, attack them on on the areas where you're not doing well, which she was
Oh,
obviously doing.
like she just didn't see anything wrong with her flicking her ashes out the window. And I'm like, you don't see all the smoke around us?
For the last 2 seasons, 3 seasons, Elle and I, because we're asthmatic, we basically live inside.
Mm-hmm.
Because we go outside, it's well, not me, Elle.
Well, we won't have that problem if we keep getting weather like we did today.
You know, I don't mind the weather.
I have heard that it's supposed to be a wetter summer than we're used to having.
Isn't it,
I
Elle?
hope it warms up a little bit though, because it's not even enjoyable to go outside. It's cold.
I
And for us to have this cold weather at this time of the year, it's not. I have memories popping up on my phone where I'm in my pool for a couple of weeks already now.
But isn't it El Nino? Isn't El Nino?
Yes. Yes, I did hear that too, that it is El Nino.
El Nino is the guy. El Nino, yeah, is the girl. She's drier and she's a kind of a biatch,
She's a
and it's
hot
cold.
bitch.
And it's cold. And
Yes.
and I know they were trying to terrify us into saying there's going to be a shortage of food, which is not because of El Nino, but
What?
or, because it's
Well,
not
they always try to come up with something new all the time, don't they?
the point where I'm going. Is it mainstream? Don't believe it.
Oh, really? So Jennifer says they also don't allow brush to be cut down in California, which can easily catch on fire. Well, and that's what we're trying to get our governments to do right now is to start getting on all that brush that catches fire or give it back to the natives. There was never fires when the natives looked
That's
after our
because
forests.
they used to go in and cut down the old wood. And the natives will have been complaining for years that this is why there's fires, because
Yes, I know. And they won't.
well, they don't
And they
want,
won't.
you know, if it's good for the human, it's not good for them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyhow, bitch, 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 mother ought to be a dog. I should get off because obviously I'm not holding my punches back.
It
And
is 6 o'clock already, for goodness sakes. Where did that go?
really,
Mind you, we didn't get on until later either.
yeah, it's because they told me I wasn't allowed to be on.
Well, I'm trying some new smudge today. I think it's lavender and cedar.
Oh, did you make it?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Looks like a roly.
It does. And I'm pretty proficient at that.
Yeah, you should. Okay, I will let you
And
go.
I've been saying once again, don't know what the meditation is about because I went at 4 o'clock. I went, holy crap, I'm not even ready. So blind picked again.
Well, that's because I was too busy doing dishes that I forgot the time.
I figured that, and then I accidentally called you, and I thought, oh, she's probably thinking that I'm
Well, no, I thought I looked at it and said, Maddie, oh my God, what time is it? So I said, "I'll get you going." All right, I'll talk to you later. Thank you so much. It's been a
Thanks to you. We'll talk, I'm sure. Well, we might not. I don't know.
chances I fall asleep again, eh?
Well, I'm starting to wonder if you even want to talk to me anymore because conversation has been very minimal this week.
I haven't talked to anybody. Well, no, that's not true. The reason is I've been talking to a lot of people. And when you've got 5 people going, you go fast.
Yeah.
So,
Well, now I just think, she's busy. Don't bug her.
yeah, well, it seems that my busy ratio has gone back up again. It's been really
Well,
low,
that's good.
and all of a sudden, not getting paid for it, but still,
You got to stop giving away free readings like that all the time, too.
yeah, but people don't always have that kind of dinero, right?
You're one of the least expensive readers I know.
Yeah. You know.
But
Maybe that's why I don't get paid readings because I don't charge enough. Anyhow,
they should give you a little something.
yeah. Anyhow, I'll talk to you later.
Okay. Bye. Thanks for being here. I am just gonna ask our angels, spirit guides, ascended masters, the white light to please come and join our meditation. I hope my meditation resonates. They usually do, but you never know. I don't know. I have nothing really to talk about today. My mind is kind of blank. So we'll just get into it. So please get comfortable, either lying down, sitting, or even in a bath. Put your hands by your side or gently on your lap. And take in a deep breath to a count of 4. Hold to a count of 5. And release through your mouth to a count of 6. Repeat this pattern of breathing for 3 deep breaths. So in for 4. Hold for 5. And release to a count of 6. 1, 2. Do that 2 more times. Hold. Release. 1 more time. In for a count of 4. 2, 3, 4. Hold for 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. And release for 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Every time you exhale, do it with a loud sigh. And with each exhale, see all that is negative and all that does not serve you well is releasing. Going down your body, down to your feet. And on your last exhale, forcibly rid your body once and for all. As you are looking at your feet, you see a tiny ball of light spinning clockwise. The more you look at it, the bigger it becomes. You can see cords coming out of your feet, reaching down to meet this light. The closer it gets to you, you can see it's a white light with golden flecks and deep orange mixed in. swirling all around. Finally, your roots connect to the light, only to realize you've gone down to the core of Mother Earth. You see the light coming up through your feet, your calves, into your knees. It's so warm and relaxing. With each breath in, the light comes up even more into your stomach, your chest, going up around your back. As it comes up your stomach, it gives you a giddy feeling, excited. Butterflies are flitting in your stomach. It brings a huge smile to your face. It's making you feel like a kid, something you haven't felt in a while. It continues up your body, reaching the top of your head. Take one big inhale, and with that, your head spews this golden color all over you, like a volcano coming out of your head. It rains gold dust down all around you, covering you in this magnificent light. You can see the form of this golden light going all around you, making you feel like you're cocooned in an egg, giving you a feeling of peace, joy, and love, giving you the knowledge that everything is going to be okay. Feeling so safe and confident about starting a new year, a new decade, a new week, a new life. You get rid of everything dragging you down. And it's time to turn and look to a new year with gratitude, a positive outlook, and love for yourself. You can feel yourself floating up to the universe. You feel so light. A cloud floats by you slowly, so you step on it and notice that you are not alone. There is an angel. There is the most beautiful glow emitting from her. She has beautiful, long, shiny hair, the brightest smile, and her eyes are so blue. She motions for you to sit. She tells you the universe has a gift for you to show their appreciation for all of your gratitude you show on a daily basis. She points to the stars, and you turn to see so many beautiful stars twinkling in all colors. And you notice one is exceptionally bright. As it comes closer, the beauty of it takes your breath away. You have never felt such comfort and love. The angel tells you that this star has been chosen just for you, and that anytime you want to come for a peaceful break, you can just close your eyes and it will be here for you, filling you with more love and gratitude. You are feeling so comfortable, so relaxed. You know you can go back to your world knowing the universe has your back. With that, please take in another deep breath and slowly exhale, bringing yourself back. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Rotate your shoulders. Rotate your head. And slowly open your eyes. Take one more deep breath in. And on your exhale, release anything negative. And thank you so much for being here this evening. So much appreciation and gratitude for you being here now and for all of you in the future listening. Please give some likes, thumbs up, loves, shares, subscribes. It all helps Elijah's channel get more algorithms and it opens up to a wider audience. So with that, I would like to say my heart feels your heart, and please don't forget to spread the love.